Welcome back, everyone, to episode 8 of my Castlevania Symphony of the Night playthrough. In the last episode, we swung our way up the left side of the inverted castle and cleaned out most of the left side of the map. Essentially, we did the library, we did all of the long... It's not a clock tower, because technically the clock tower is kind of at the bottom middle of that left side there, but it was the long tower-like structure on the left side, and then we swung through the main, I don't even know what to call that, long horizontal shaft, the garden where the eyeball kind of watches you through the windows, and then made our way all the way up to the inverted basement and took on my doppelganger and finally beat him using a shield. That ugly mug right there. So what we're going to do today is we're going to try to swing through what's left of the basement underground cavern area. We won't go all the way to the very bottom, or in the inverted case, the very top of the map, because there is a boss, if I'm not mistaken, down there that's going to be pretty tough, and we would benefit from a little additional leveling before we get there. I'm going to use the shield because that's a good boss to try to fight, or a good enemy to fight with the shield up. So I think that Venus Weed lady shoots the roses as well. Very dangerous weapon to get attacked with. So this is a very interesting part of the map for uncovering all of the map squares, because there are some spots, like right there, where you may or may not actually touch it depending on the part of the map you're on. Like, say, right... Oh, no, it uncovered there. There's some spots where you would be... you would benefit greatly from using the wolf form when you get underwater. Now, you can't... I don't think you can stay in wolf form. Oh, no, you can. You can. You can stay in wolf form. You can't stay in bat form. That's what you would want to do to get the square at the top there of the map, if you're worried about it. Because sometimes just touching the top isn't enough. You actually have to go a little bit higher. You got to pivot the camera just a little bit more to the very top. So this would be where I'm talking about, like right there. See, I'm not hitting it yet. So what you want to do is you want to turn back into a human, or Dampier, whatever, then do that, and see, I got the little extra bit that I needed to touch the top of the map. Is that a little bit anal retentive? Absolutely. If you're worried about the ending of the game, this may or may not make enough of a difference for you to have to go all the way back to the basement and do all this extra stuff. Yeah, we're good. This little mer-jerk drops neutron bombs. Actually, I think he's a cave troll. Yeah, that's right. They do hit hard. And I can see that the sword familiar is starting to carry his end. Yep. Nope, not quite. Gotta go right here. That should be enough. Nope, not quite. Might not be able to do with this one here. Might have to go right here. Wolf. The wolf form is not great for fighting. The best he could do is he could bark at enemies, which is not a great offensive ability. I believe it has the same damage as whatever your current sword is. As you can see, when he turns into a wolf on the left side of his body, that's the sword hilt. Or his scabbard, not the hilt, the scabbard hanging on the body. Does it match every weapon in the game that you use? Absolutely not. That would be more effort than they probably would have wanted to put into this game. Not that they didn't put a ton of effort into it, I'm just saying that would probably be a little bit of overkill, going through every possible iteration of weapon that Alucard uses just to create an appropriate hilt to hang on the side of a wolf character that 90% of the time you're not even seeing the whole body of, because you're running as fast as you can across a horizontal section of the map. So that would be ridiculous. Now, if they had an intern who was learning how to do sprite graphics, and maybe they wanted to find a way to give them something to work on, to stay busy while they're training, that would make sense. But, yeah, you see, you don't want to stand too close to him when he does that. That hits real hard. Oh, we're so close to finishing it all. Yep. And that should be enough. And if it's not all of it, I don't care. I'm not trying anymore. Alright, so we did all of that to come over here to one little side room. Right here for Force of Echo. Now, what that does is when you turn into... Nope, hit the right button. The bat. Now when I hit enemies with the Echo, it actually damages them. So that's a nice little bonus. How often am I going to actually use that? Probably never. It's not a very important skill for the bat to survive. It is just something that you have the option of doing. Gotcha. I don't know if I ever actually used the neutron bomb. Now, when we get to the really tough boss at the very bottom of the map, or top of the map in the inverted castle, we may end up using some consumable weapons as part of my process of beating him. It's going to be tough. There is a chance I may have to put on a special item to help mitigate some of the damage. It is a little bit cheap. Basically, the enemy I'm thinking of, Galamoth, is a big Aztec-style monster that uses a club that emits lightning. And if it hits for a lot of damage. But the good news is there is a circlet in the game, and we may or may not have picked it up at this point, that allows you to basically absorb all the... Come on. Oh, I'm getting rocked here. Okay. Screw this. We're going through you. We're so close to the save point, I am not walking back through this again. Bye. You're not worth the effort. Is it here? Nope. It's right here. But anyway, use a lightning club, and there is a circlet that you can find in the game. Why didn't I save? There we go. That will actually absorb lightning and heal you whenever it hits. He also has some other attacks. He is a large model enemy, and there's a couple of enemies in this game that are very large models, but he is easily the toughest of all of them. Nope, it's a helmet that I'm looking for. Right there. Nope. Cat Eye? Which one is it? Oh, I think it's the Beryl Circlet. B-E-R-Y-L. Basically, if you have that, the fight becomes trivial because he does the lightning attack very often, so whenever you actually get hit by the lightning, you end up getting all your health back. It's a nice piece of equipment if you're really struggling. We're going to try to beat him without cheese. See if I can't just do it through pure skill or willpower or abusing potions and food items. Killer Fish is a very apt name because that guy rocked me in the normal castle. The Aquamarine is one of his 2 drops, so that is not just a result of any weird quirks with the equipment that I have. We're not using Jewel Sword anymore, so enemies that drop jewels were meant to drop them as part of their normal item drop pair, because I think every enemy in the game is supposed to have 2 items. It might not be across the board. There might be some enemies that drop only 1 item, or if they don't drop anything at all. Ah, you didn't block from me, you jerk. Okay. You're still hitting from a long way away. Haha. Oh, that didn't work. Alright, I am not dying to some weird flower lady who can bombard me with flowers. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, get out of there. Oh! Shoot. Alright, we're just gonna go. If the Sword Familiar can do the work, the Sword Familiar can have it. Rather not die. Free potion, always nice. Ah, health. Very good pickup. The game did a great job of just giving you little morsels of additional max health all over the place. And it does pay off to find as many as you can. You do get levels, and those levels do give you additional experience, but it's a nice bonus to have that little bit every now and then, because you get all your health back when they actually hit you. Or when you touch them, rather. Alright, so we're gonna jump and throw some booty on it. I would like to. Yes, I'll steal you. Hey, armor! Get that armor. No! Don't you jerk! I hate you. This is easily one of the most aggravating enemies in the game. I don't think it was actually any good. That was pretty crappy armor, as I recall. It looked like it was just platinum mail or silver. All right, let me soul steal from him, if I can get it right. There we go. It's not the easiest combination of directional or D-pad presses ever. So that's not where we're going. I actually could do one thing just to make it easier to get back here, instead of having to go through the gauntlet of flower women. I think we... No, we don't. We don't have an easy way to get to the portal without fighting a boss. And I'll leave the boss for a little bit later. I believe that is one of the harder ones in the game. I'm tired of fighting you, lady. I'm really tired of it. Thank you. Oh, God, they're everywhere! Oh! I need you to do something for me, you know? Especially since this shield doesn't block anything, apparently. Oh, come on. Pick the stupid... There we go. Alright, let's find some food. We want to gobble up all the little food items that aren't going to do a ton of health. Grape juice, I think, would be good to throw. So barley tea. Yeah, see, very small gains there. Oh. Grape juice, another small gain. 20. These are not items you want to throw down on the ground while you're trying to get health back from a major enemy. The tea and the strawberries probably small as well. Yeah, 10. Grapes, let's burn that out. 5! I think dim sum is actually pretty good, so we don't want to burn through that. Shiitake is usually pretty good. Pork bun might not be much. Yeah, 17. The weird numbers they associate with, oh, come on. With the health you get back. Bananas, I don't think. Best one, nearly rotten. I mean, technically that's not inaccurate. Bananas get riper the longer they're exposed to ethylene, so I don't think this is much. We'll go ahead and throw one. Yeah, one more. All right, so that should be enough for now. Watch, I'll lose all of it immediately. All right, where was my dark sword? There it is. Oh, oh, good lord, that almost hit me. Sort this so that everything goes to the bottom if I pick up any new drops. And we're just gonna coast through here, screw it. Hey, sword familiar, you want to get in here and do some work? Thank you. Do that again. Go ahead and whack her a bunch of times. Look at that. So we don't have gas cloud yet, and I think that is one of the later relic drops that you get, where basically your cloud becomes a cloud of what looks an awful lot like chlorine gas. Is it chlorine gas? I don't know. Come on, make it. I want this pentagram. There we go. It's a bat pentagram. What's the difference between a pentagram and a bat pentagram? I don't remember. I believe they both act as an all-screen covering attack maneuver. Oh, oh, come on. Get to the tippy top. Oh. Okay, it would probably be better if I did it this way. There we go. Another toadstool, which I believe just poisons you. So you don't want to take that if you don't have to. It's a disappointment they'd never put anything in that section of the wall, because it looks like it's something that you'd be able to smash and hit. Ah, I'm stuck. we go. New weapon, the Osafune Katana. I believe it is one of the strongest katanas that doesn't have additional special benefits to it that the Masamune or Muramasa has. It is a two-handed weapon, as they showed, so you only get to use it with both hands. Oh, look at that. So there's a special move where you teleport forward and you do a little multi-strike slash maneuver. It doesn't count as a standard hit. Come on. All right, get up there. But it's a nice way to just kind of teleport in, do some damage, and get back from the enemy. Jacko bones. We're going to go all the way over here. Oh, I forgot to turn into a wolf. There we go. Cover that little bit of extra floor. Oop. Oh, he still got me. Oh, no, you don't. Is that enough? That was not enough. That's why you gotta do this. Now it's enough. These things suck. Again, these enemies here are one of the best ways to actually build up the stat for your Muramasa. I think it's the Muramasa. I better use another healing item. Or I suppose I could Soul Steal. Or not Soul Steal, but Dark Metamorphosis, so I can bleed him a little bit and get some morsels of health. Big money. Hey, I got the Noglamir. So what that is I believe it boosts your strength? No, it boosts defense. It's a very nice pickup. That actually will help out quite a bit because it bumped up my defense by a huge percentage of what I was already getting. Oh, we're missing a tiny square back here. I think we might have talked about this at the very beginning of the game, at least the negative effect of it, which is that if you have a low constitution stat, it actually means that you stay cursed or poisoned for a far longer period of time. However, it also means that you gain positive benefits for a shorter period of time. So if you have really low constitution, when you use one of the potions to boost your fire or ice or dark resistance, which is the... let me go ahead and move to the item section real quick. These here, the resist dark, resist holy, resist stone, those actually last less time if you have a low constitution stat. However, if you actually have a very high stat, it actually boosts how long they last. And your dark metamorphosis, if I'm not mistaken, lasts a lot longer if you have a higher constitution stat. Oh, we got an Alucard shield. We got to swap away from Osafune. Now, we already had the Alucard set because I skipped past the part where death would normally strip you of all your equipment. There it is. So it's actually going to be 2 of the shields that I actually have. Oh, come on, put it on. And we'll go ahead and swap back to the dark sword or whatever it was called. Oh, come on. No, put that back, you dummy. All right, where's that weapon? There it is, Starkblade. No, I put it in the wrong... All right, put that... Now, put you away. Put you here. I'm going to get this done. The menu is not nearly as user-friendly as it could have been. That may be something I would put in the bad when we get to the point where I'm going to rate the game. Is it can be a little bit confounding. There's some button presses that maybe aren't as intuitive as they could have been. Steal from him. Give to daddy. Oh, yes. Very expensive, but that guy can give me the health. Now that makes no sense. Why is that guy so weak to the my booty? And the dark blade. That's a double confusing. Get. Man, they take a ton of damage. I've never killed an octopus, but I have to believe they're probably not the toughest enemy in the world to kill. Simply because they are like 90% soft tissue, 95% soft tissue. The only hard part of the entire octopus's body is the beak. And I have a feeling some of you had no idea that they even had beaks. It's true. Alright. So we finished our sweep through the underground caverns. Obviously, they're still part of the map that we will want to go back to at a later point. But we made our way back to the very entrance of the game, at least when you first start. Now, there are no mermen jumping out of the water there. And I think we still can do this room here by doing the little passage through this cavern. There we go. I think the same items drop from that, too. Pot roast. All right, so the way that works is, again, you have to go through one end as a bat. And back the other way as a wolf, which I think I missed. All right, hip. There we go. Don't miss. See if you can hear the cue this time. I'll be very quiet. Listen. No, you didn't hear it. Interesting. Sometimes you can actually hear it break. I guess I missed something. All right, junk. And there it is, the barrel circlet. So this is the item that you would want to put on in a normal playthrough of this game to fight Galamoth, because it protects your head from the lightning damage, or protects all of you from lightning damage. However, you can see it lowers my attack and my defense by putting this on. That attack boost is from the dragon helmet. It lowers enemy defense quoties. It just gives you an attack boost. I think we have some Nova skeletons coming up. Yep, they're there. I want to kill those guys fast. Oh, this could be a very bad area to fight those guys in because of the Venuses. Yeah, see, there's that beam. I want to do a soul steal from these guys, but I need... There we go. That didn't kill her. That is wacky. Oh, come on. Stop it! Oh, you guys suck. You suck so much. I hate you. Oh, these things are the worst. In a normal playthrough, the simple solution is you just get in there and you hammer on her as fast as you can before she actually gets a chance to come out of the flower. And you can usually kill her very quickly if you have a good weapon. But of course, we're playing by very specific rules, so I can't actually do that. I don't think there's much else down here. I think it's just this one room, and there might be a sword or a shield. No, it's I think this is where walk armor is. No, it's not. Fire boomerang. That's kind of disappointing. I think I already got walk armor, didn't I? Oh, easy way to find out. I did. Yeah, it was one of the last ones I picked up before I got the current set. Now, you know what I might be thinking of? This might have been... The walk armor might have been here in the regular castle, and that's where I picked it up. Oh, I'm getting hammered. Oh, shoot! And that's why you don't want to mess around with the Nova skeletons. That did 15 damage? This is a very dangerous area. Well, we don't have to go back through there anymore. We're fighting the Ouroboros. Now, the cool thing is, you see how he turned a different color? He's now actually going to help us. Yeah, see, he does not like that flea rider who's on his back. As soon as you kill the flea, but not the Ouroboros, he actually joins you and will attack enemies for you. So watch, I'll just sit back here and see if he'll do it instead of the sword. Go on, hit him. Hit him, buddy. Come on, do the work. I'm leaving it wide open for you. You're not doing it. Oh, you hit. There we go. All right, got two of them on my side. I think the other one left already. This is a neat little touch, and I kind of wish there were more instances of this being possible in the game, where the flea rider or just another enemy might have been on the back of a larger one, and then as soon as you killed them, they popped out, and you could take them with you on your adventures. Alright, so our reward here is bunch of garbage items. The hammer is only good if you actually have the fairy equipped. You cannot use items while you're petrified, and the hammer is only good for breaking you free of your petrification. So that was one of those choices they made that probably would have been better served if you could actually use it while you were free. Ouch! I believe the same trick will work here with these wargs. Uh-oh. Ooh. Get out of here. Oh, no, you don't. I'm not dying to you. Oh, no! No! Oh, that hits so hard. We're going to have to coast through here because it's just too dangerous. The inverted castle is no joke if you're just playing with whatever you find. I do not know if these warg riders actually drop anything of value. I don't think they do. I think it's mostly garbage that... they might not drop anything. It may just be the warg itself that has items. Alright, so that was everything in there. I'm going to swing back this way. There is a save room not too far from where we're at. Get him. Might have to do a little soul stealing again. Oh. Oh, I missed. Oh, that dodo drops a lapis lazuli, I believe. So if you wanted another one or you never got the one from the start of this run that we're playing right now, thank you. I forgot all about that. You can actually get one from that bird, and I think they do stack. So if you have one already and you kill that bird, you can get another one, and you'll get double the boost in your luck stat. Nothing in here to speak of. Kind of seems like a waste of a room to have absolutely no enemies, no items, just two candelabras. Talisman. This is a very nice pickup. This actually boosts, I think, all of your non-physical damage negation. May absorb damage taken. All right, so actually, I think in this one, it actually just makes it so that you will occasionally not take damage from a hit. Not 100% on that. I can't remember. I think it's actually broken. There are a couple of items in this game that were supposed to function a certain way, and when the PlayStation 1 version of the game came out, they didn't actually work. They were the way they were supposed to. I always like the touch that when you come into the save room, the sword familiar will just kind of post up here and not move until you leave. Alright, so we have a couple of different paths we can take. We can go all the way to the right, and I believe that takes us to the royal staircase, or we can go up the standard way that we would normally go through the regular castle. Both ways we gotta cover eventually, just as part of unlocking everything in the inverted castle. We'll just do the standard way. Yeah, we'll do this. That's fine. All right, the lesser demons suck in the inverted castle for one reason, what he's doing right there. He can actually summon other lesser demons who can also summon lesser demons, and you can end up in a feedback loop where they just keep summoning copies of themselves, and it can very quickly overwhelm and make the run very much unfinishable. So you want to get rid of these guys or just get out of their way as fast as possible. Not really worth it, but whatever. It's free item. Whoa. And I don't think they drop anything. I think enemies that were formerly bosses, they don't actually have any items to drop. I stole your soul, bruh. Had a whole lot of it, too. So the elevator that we normally took is down that way, I think. This is a save room. Should be a save room. Yep. Go ahead and save. It's a little bit jarring going back to older games that did not have autosave functionality, because you get so used to, in these modern times, playing games where it'll automatically create a backup save for you at just about every instance possible. You enter a new area of the map, there's an autosave. You go into a save room, it autosaves. You look at your inventory, it autosaves. You talk to an important character, it autosaves. There are so many instances in modern days that now when you play a game and you're a little bit more reckless with your saving habits, you end up forgetting to do it, and you play so long that you get into a fight that you can't win, and you lose all your progress. It happens so much. So that is obviously not as good as the Alucard shield, but we use what we find. And these imps are total jerks that will possess you if you allow them to touch you, so you're better off just not letting them touch you, period. Even if it slows this passage down. There we go. Alright, so we're coming up on an enemy, and I think it's actually in this room right here to the right. That is one of the very large enemy models that I was talking about before. Thankfully, there's a save room right here. It's not the toughest enemy in the world under normal circumstances. In the use what we find run, we might run into some trouble if we don't destroy the parts at an even pace. And by that I mean try to spread your damage around. Don't hit one body part at a time, because you have to destroy multiple body parts in order to kill him. However, every time you do, he summons a circle of enemies that will go around the part that you're trying to get rid of, and it makes it very difficult to do any more damage. So we'll do the best we can not to exclude damage to other body parts. Here is Beelzebub. Oh! Unfortunately, he also poisons you, which does not help. Again, if we're really struggling, and I think it's actually those maggots on the ground there. See those flies there? Those are the things that will start popping up in higher numbers. Ooh! Brutal. Uh-oh. Unfortunately, there is no slide in this game. Alucard is not Richter. Hit the head a little bit as well. Oh. Oh. Oh, I wasn't paying attention to my health. I need to get some health real quick. See if we can soul steal real quick. Oh, no. Get the worm. Oh, I got killed. Good thing there was a save room nearby. All right, we'll give that one more try. Again, if I'm really struggling to beat a particular boss in this game, I can just pop a couple of items that will make it a little bit easier. I do have the Topaz Circlet, which negates poison damage. So if we put that on, I might be able to get through this without really suffering at all. Uh-oh, did I load the wrong file? I did. Fast fingers. Not paying attention to the save file select. I want to pick this one here. There we go. I suppose I could have avoided all this by just copying the old save file out of that first slot and then putting the new one in its place, but I don't want to delete it because you can't get the replay run without having one clear file on your saves. Or in your saves, rather. Again, even distribution of your damage. That's the key. Also, not getting poisoned is a good key there, so that these flies don't hammer me for 90 hit points damage. Oh. There goes one leg. Again, every time you damage a body part enough to make it fall off, you get more of these big flies flying around him. Oh, there goes another body part, and another body part. Now he's really starting to draw on those big flies. Unfortunately, now we're poisoned, so... It's kind of a tough boss fight, mainly because of the fact that he's elevated, which already makes it very difficult to reach him to do any attacks, not to mention all these stupid flies that keep buzzing around him. Ow, shoot! Oh, we're getting real hairy here. Oh, come on. All right, well, we gotta heal. All right, what do we got? What do we got? What's good? Nope, that's not a heal. That's not a heal. Put that back. I'm trying to sort my items. We can gobble some shiitake. Well, that's not much health. All right, well, whoa, whoa, whoa! I do want to put a weapon back on. Well, oh. The first damage I've done all fight. But I'm also out of my poison stats, so I'm not taking as much damage from their hits. There we go, we got him. Whew, brutal fight, and I think you just get a health potion for that. Kind of a lackluster reward for what is one of the toughest fights in the game if you aren't using some of the more cheesier weapons. Ring of Arcana. So we're going to put that on. That is an accessory. It increases the rate of rare items appearing in the game. So that in combination with the Lapis Lazuli, and if you actually use it, the Alucard equipment, is one of the best ways to get any item in this game if it has to drop from an enemy. Those items all together raise your luck stat really high, and it's a very good combination, especially for farming goods. We're not doing that, though. We're just playing the game. All right, so let's go ahead and finish up the rest of the regular ascent through, I think this is supposed to be the study. I've never really been good at paying attention to the names of these areas. There's a handful of them that I know by heart, and they stick out. The really, important ones. The library is pretty obvious because it's literally a bunch of shelves of books. The underground caverns, pretty nameable because, of course, they're underground and they look like caves. Yes, the hitbox on your weapon is a little bit cheesy, but I don't care if it lets me kill the enemy. That's all that matters. All right, we're going to go left. There is a save room, I think, on the right side of the hall there. We don't need it right now. Gotta watch the floor here because it is dangerous. Whoop. If you're looking to farm for some additional luck boosting consumables, those bitterflies drop luck potion, which I just picked up right there. It lasts a very short period of time. It's like 2 minutes at most, I think, maybe. Maybe not even that long. It might just be 1 minute. Whoa! Oh, these imps are the worst. Oh! Forgot where the floor was. Alright, I think there is just an item in here. Yep. What do we get? Health up. Good. Health up is nice no matter where you find it. Even if it is a boss fight, you would hope there would be more of a reward for killing them. Oh! Ooh! Nice dodge. Unfortunately, those spike traps actually hurt you if you touch the backside as well. I believe it's just as much damage front or back. Does not matter which one hits you. Oh, I'm cursed! Alright, get out, get out, get out. Whew. Alright, where are we map-wise? Alright, we're making some progress, but I think there's something back that way that we needed to do. There might have been a pot we had to pop, but I might have already gotten it. Oh! Oh! Those bitterflies, if you let them touch you, actually are the ones that are doing the curse. Alright, so no, there wasn't anything here. There are a pair of secret rooms at the very top of this chamber. One here. Oh, maybe there isn't. Oh, it's the room right here, actually. Sorry. Okay, this is going to be easier just doing it this way. Oh. Now here I said I probably wouldn't use the Force of Echo power much at all, and I'm using it quite a bit. Alright, I think this is it. A heart? Yeah. That close to another health up, you probably get the other one. Oh, shoot. Another smashable pot, which drops health, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, no, it's a katana. Ooh. I think it's another two-handed weapon, so we're going to lose our shield. I figure out where the sword went. There it is. It is more damaging than the weapon I had equipped. And I think this one also has, yeah, a special attack where you do a quarter circle, and he just does kind of a flurry attack that hits a larger area. I don't think he has any, no double tapping left or right twice, no back left attack, or back forward rather, back forward attack. These enemies right here, the fire demons, they drop a shield, and I believe a sword as well, if you hit them. Or if you get lucky, rather. The shield is a fire shield, or an obsidian shield, I think it's what it's called. And I believe that is one of the handful of shields that you pick up in this game that actually can do damage if you hold it out in front of you. Wow, I was expecting more damage. That really didn't do what I thought it would. Catch. Power of my booty! Oh, these jerks. Oh, this is bad. Ooh. Shooting a slime at me. Oh. that's trouble. Oh, good. I killed him before he... Oh, no, he still spawned. Dang it. Again, these guys, if you let them stay around long enough, they will just keep making more of each other. It's not the hardest enemy in the world to kill, but when you have a ton of them on screen, it becomes very difficult to control. Oh, shoot. My booty! Ha ha ha. Oh. Alright, let's see if we can't soul steal from the lot of them. Give me a whole bunch of health and also take away a whole bunch of theirs. It's a very powerful move. You can repeat the combination of button presses. Again, I think I already went over it once, but I'll repeat the button presses just in case. You have to press, if you're facing the direction I'm facing right now, press right, then hold left, do a full quarter circle. You don't hold it, but you go right, left, a full half circle from left down to right. So right, left, left down, 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 right, right, left again, then hit the attack button. So like that. Of course, if there's no one on screen, he doesn't steal anything. But it is a very expensive move, so you cannot repeat it. It's more of an emergency backup attack if you have nothing else to use. Oh. Alright, so everything in the bottom right is basically done. We do... Ow. We do have a little bit left in this area to pick up. And then I think we're going to do the staircase next, because the staircase is a lot easier to do descending it than ascending it. So we're better off doing it from the current area of the map that I'm in. Uh-oh. Whew. All right, thanks for getting a little hairy. Those stupid bitterflies. Very hard to see. Alright, so this is where the save room was. Or should be. Ouch! I still got hit. Get up here. Ah! They're working in concert. There we go. So there was a tiny bit of area in the Beelzebub fight that we missed. We can just pick that up real quick. It's right at the top of this part of the map right here. Bump. That should be it. All right, good to go. Yeah, we're going to go left. Or, excuse me, we're going to go right, rather. And do the staircase next. So right through here. Normally, you can't do this unless you have the cube of open, or whatever stupid name they gave to that item. This is one of the first rooms where we met Maria. Noticeably, and I think they did this on purpose because they didn't assume every player would figure it out, there is absolutely no interaction with either Maria or Richter in the inverted castle. Once you get here, there's basically no story until you get to Death or Shaft or Dracula eventually. Because those are the three remaining major players in the game that we have not fought and killed, or that are allies. And the game kind of strips those interactions from you once you finish the regular side of the castle. Again, this is part of the reason why it's so much easier to do this from the top going down. You have all these enemies, and they are a pain in the butt to hit. Not to mention, you don't actually have enough height to clear each of these jumps, so you're either doing a gravity jump to get over it, or you're flying, so... Huh. I didn't realize the imps and the bitterflies drop those luck potions. Interesting. TNT. Again, this may be another instance where the enemies that you're seeing are, or the pots that we're seeing are dropping the same items. That diamond definitely was not there the first time. However, we're also in a situation where the only thing I really want of any value is going to be the potions. None of the other equipment that we're going to find in the shop at this point would really benefit us unless I pick up something really crappy and I need to get rid of an item. Yes, I see that magic missile that I missed. Not a big deal. It's not a very good item. Whoa! Dodge that. I think we have another sword familiar enemy here. Poltergeist, I think is what they call them. These guys. Uh-oh. Come on, come back. Ha ha, destroyed all your weapons. You got nothing but shields now, jerk. Oh, he dropped a shield. I gotta put that on. Alright. So he dropped a shield. That means we're gonna have to go back to Darkblade. I'm stuck with Darkblade interminably, apparently. It's not a bad weapon. It's just not an exciting one. Oh, no, no, no. Not that. We want... No. We want the Night Shield, which was... one we already had at some point in the game. And where are we now? Oh, I missed a tiny bit of map back there. Again, it seems like these little tiny bits and pieces of map that I'm not touching aren't that important. However, you do have to have, and I gave a bad number on purpose when I said this earlier, you actually have to have 195% of the map uncovered when you finish the game. If you don't get the best ending. And we got it. I think what I said originally was 95% of the map uncovered. Again, I did that because I was trying to be cagey about the fact that we weren't going to be done once we finished the regular castle. Strip him of his weapons. You want to fight me? You should do it yourself. You're a sword. What's the matter with you? Got another night shield. Unfortunately, it's not an offensive weapon, so I cannot put the other shield in my right hand. I think that's how they classify it, right? Right and left hand. Yeah, the shield goes in the left hand because apparently all game devs who aren't Nintendo hate left-handed people, and they make it so that you end up using your attacking weapon in your right hand. I say this is a left-handed person. All right, we might want to turn into a bat here. A lot of imps. There we go. I knew it was going to happen eventually. Alright, so I think if we took the passage up above the top left, that one takes us to the Colosseum, which we're going to do eventually, but I want to finish all the staircase before the end of this episode. Here's the confession room. We can't do confessions upside down, so there is no interaction with ghosts in this room, good or bad. Again, if we're really trying to farm for some items, all these extra luck potion drops would be a big benefit to our progress in that regard. Here is the entrance to, I think, the backside of Olrox's quarters. I'll find out in a second here. Yep, this is the way to Olrox, which we'll do that later. We're not going to do that yet. That probably will be the next episode. For now, we want to finish all of the chapel, cathedral, whatever it is. It is... Oh! Oh! 2 good items! Oh, grab them both! Alright. Whew! Alright, so the Brilliant Mail gives you defense against holy attacks, but I think it's actually a better suit of armor than the Lightning Mail that I'm using. It is! Look at that! Not to mention we picked up Kingstone, which I believe boosts attack and defense? Nope, just attack. But look at the difference in my attack damage this way. That is very good. A very good item. 2 big drops right back to back, and I think they were 2 different enemies dropping them, because the Sniper of Goth drops the magic missile, and the brilliant mail. The Knights, or the Kingstone rather, was a drop from these imps. That is their rare drop. The luck potion is obviously the more common of the two. All right, so to get through this, again, we have to put on the spike breaker. We're not going to keep it on. We're just using it to get through this area. Pop, 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 pop. So satisfying. It's like bubble wrap. Alright, and now we get the Twilight Cloak. The Twilight Cloak is the one that we started the game with. I did take it off once we found a different one. It's right here. This is the cool one that has a black outside and the inside is a flashing red color. Ooh. How does the fabric manage to flash? I have no idea. This is supposed to be the best one in the game. I think there might be a better one. We'll find out later. Alright, so we're out of that. We gotta swap back to Brilliant Mail. Continue our quest to the bottom. Oh, we're missing some stuff. Let's go back up here. This is the way forward, I think, through the rest of the... Yeah, it is. So we're not gonna do that yet. Grab some health. Grab some Smart Potion. And some Mana Prism. Mana Prism gives you your magic back, which we have not had to do at any point yet. Doesn't mean we won't have a fight where we might want to do a little bit of magic cheese. Probably Galamoth, if any fight, if we're really struggling to keep the health up because of his lightning attacks. Not a guarantee that that's going to be necessary, though. Alright, so we are done here. Oh, shoot! Snipers really pack a punch if they manage to hit you with their arrow. Which makes sense. I imagine if you get hit with an arrow, you're probably in pretty deep trouble. If it's a square shot. Ow! Alright, so that little panther character who is dodging my attacks is actually one of the few enemies in the game that has... Well, I guess the only enemy in the game that has the Masamune weapon. Which is a very powerful weapon, but as you can see, he is a very difficult enemy to actually hit. Uh-oh. Haha, gotcha. I want the Bible. Oh, gotcha. Oh! You jerk. Come touch my booty! So we're getting close to the end of the... I'm not even sure what to call this part of the castle. The chapel makes the most sense because it has a very heavy religious theme to it. Ooh, new weapon. We got Talwar. Which I thought we already had, but maybe we didn't. Nope, it's the only one. A curved Indian sword. It is weaker than what we're currently using, unfortunately. I don't think it has any special attacks. Nope, nothing special about it. And that is pretty common for most of the standard dropped, or the standard pickups that you find in the game, the items that you don't get from an enemy. They usually don't have anything terribly exciting for you as far as special abilities or stats. Oh, there goes that guy. So yeah. And I think that was our last chance to get the Masamune, because we're probably not going back through there. So this can be a tricky fight as well. This is Medusa, and she can petrify us. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought she had me. Oh, she got me. Again, if you get hit while you're petrified, you can take a ton of damage. So you don't want to get caught by it if you can help it. Easy! Come on, I made that look so easy. Now we got the Heart of Vlad. Again, unfortunately, this game does not give you any special bonuses or abilities if you pick up the parts. They're just there as keys to get to the final encounter. Oh, I thought we were done. I guess we have a couple more chances. Touch it. Aha. I don't think those balloon pods ever drop anything exciting either. Now, I haven't addressed this, or at least I don't think I've addressed this at any point during the long play, but I think it is important to bring up. If some of the enemies that we are fighting in this game, or characters that we're playing as, or items that we pick up and use, look very familiar, and you're playing any of the mobile games that were really hot from the year, say, 2022 to 2021, yes, Vampire Survivors borrowed a lot from this particular game. Not just character designs that they use, obviously the vampire hunting theme of the entire game, which it sticks to for about 5 seconds and then devolves into a lot of very strange stuff. There are very direct references to some of the items that you pick up in this game. The Heaven Sword is one of the items that you can get in that game as an evolved version of the boomerang, I want to say. It is one of the weapons that you get in this game that has a very unique effect because you throw it as a weapon. Just about every enemy in that game has some direct tie to Castlevania in some way. I mean, there are very few of them that are not in some way represented in a Castlevania game. So if you're getting a sense of familiarity here that you didn't realize at first, it is because obviously they stole very heavily from Castlevania Symphony of the Night. And Rondo of Blood, obviously, was the predecessor to this one, and a lot of the enemy designs from that game ended up in this one. Castlevania has been iterative in that sense. A lot of the enemies have appeared in previous games, usually. It's not to say that they've never come up with an original character for Castlevania or enemy, but there is a tie. I have no idea why they're not damaging me, and yes, I just picked up a katana. Where are my katanas? They're up here. They're there. All right, so we swapped from the Talwar. We swapped from the katana to the Talwar, and then we picked up another katana, so we're right back to that weapon. All right, so we made our way all the way back to the very beginning of the inverted castle area. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and save. I thought there was a teleport room, and we might have missed it all the way at the very top. What I may end up doing in between episodes here is I may make my way all the way back over there so that I can pick up the teleport room we missed and not have to spend another 30 minutes of me running all the way over to the other side of the map there. But yeah, simple oversight, not a big deal. I can cover that ground between episodes pretty quickly. So that was the teleporter room that I missed by accident on the top right, and I'll draw it on the map there. It's somewhere up on that top right section at the very beginning of the game when you're in the regular castle is what we ended up missing. All right, it's down. Yep. Right here. Oh, I missed. Get up there. There we go. All right, so we're going to go ahead and call it an episode right there. We managed to make our way all the way through the underground cavern with the exception of the very bottom, which is where the catacombs are. One of the few areas I actually remember the name of. We managed to get all the way back to the entrance of the game and swept our way through the entrance area to Beelzebub and then cleared out all of the chapel area on the far bottom right of the game map. So we drew a nice clean circle all the way around the castle, leaving out all the juicy bits in the middle where the Colosseum and Olrox's area is, and we have the catacombs to finish as well. Once we finish those three, we should have all the items that we need to actually take on the final boss, or bosses, because you actually fight both Shaft, and immediately after him you fight Dracula himself. So they packaged them as kind of a 1-2 punch to finish the game. But we'll see that in a future episode. Probably in the next 2, if not 3 episodes, we should be to the point where we can beat the game. So that's going to do it for episode 8 of my long play of Castlevania Symphony of the Night. As always, I do appreciate each of you watching, and I will see you next time.